Muted. There we go. There we go. That's what we wanted. Now you can let me know how the audio is. It looks like the signal's pretty good. I'm not peaking, but I'm getting up in the minus 20 to 15 dB range. I think that's probably suitable. But let me know if the audio is quiet. I can give it a little bit of boost back here. On that, gonna let people tune in, give a moment to have people come in and see what's going on. Sounds good? Thanks, Davi. Look, you are part of the reason I'm streaming, so you're to blame. If people have problems with any of my streaming, I'm gonna blame it on you and the other people over on the Reaper group that stream more consistently than I do. But it's something that's part of my goal for this next year with music. I kind of set some pretty ambitious goals. I wrote about it on my Substack. But there's reasons. There's reasons for us to be out here. In any case, I'll end up playing a few tunes for you. But wanted, to see if, this was interesting. Taking the dog for a walk. Ran into a really friendly guy out in the front where I was, letting Rain run around. He was walking his dog. And it turns out he's a guitar player, lives right by me. He actually does some lead work, and who knows? I said, let's exchange numbers, and I told him I was streaming, so maybe he's tuned in today. But have some gigs coming up for 2026 and really set some goals for myself, pretty ambitious to complete some of the songs I'm working on in production because I both procrastinate and get distracted very easily, right? So if you're here and you have your coffee or tea or water or beer or wine, cheers. I have both water and coffee. I'll be honest, I almost made tea because I probably had 4.5 to 5 cups of coffee this morning. I started around 3:40 with my first cup. And that's pretty normal for me. That's not some odd thing. But in any case, I talked about it in the last video I posted where I've been doing, just really kind of sitting down to bolster both my playing and kind of be more consistent in my practice. I'm going to lower this a little bit, if that makes, yeah, there we go. And we'll talk a little bit about the guitars we have behind me here. I'll give a run through and I'll show you one that I'll probably end up playing today, my 12 string. That's a pretty important guitar to me for a number of reasons, but has a little bit of a story behind it. Guitars and stories are always interesting to me. But when we play for you, I'll take the capo off and go with this one we're definitely putting in the set list. I posted it not quite 2 weeks ago, and it seems I've gotten a pretty good response on YouTube. But as a matter of fact, I was showing it to Augustine, who I met out front, and he just saw the first part and he goes, "Oh, I like that line at the end of the chorus where escaping dreams that never were my own." And this song was written kind of at a pivotal point in my life where I had ended my second marriage. Really, I'm going to say all my fault for that second divorce. I wasn't ready to be married, shouldn't have entered into that relationship, and I feel badly about that. But I had moved out to be near my youngest, and she wanted to attend a performing arts high school. She's a beautiful singer. And so we moved downtown to this rented house that was on 2 acres. The house was, a little bit beat up, but it worked great for us. and it was on this hill that you could climb to the top of or hike to walk to the top of, and it overlooked downtown Los Angeles. And so we'd go up there a lot just to kind of check out the scenery, or I'd sit up there and have a glass of wine. It was really awesome, and backed up to like a 100-acre hiking park. But while I was up there one day, just kind of satisfied that my life was moving in a better direction, one that I felt more, far more connected to, as it were. And so I wrote, I think the first verse while I was up there just looking at the lights of the city, and I had this idea of a song about escaping your past mistakes and moving on to something that was more aligned with what you were trying to accomplish. And so that's where this song came from. It's called Highway. Bright lights and buildings at my back. From out, no plans on coming back. A concrete jungle and a woman got me down. Highway, come and turn this life around. Round the bend, ramble, turn and tumble. Escaping dreams that never were my own. Jump back to times inside my head. I've been chewed up, spit out, and left for dead. I'm not complaining, just reflecting in my mind. Heartaches and stories left behind. Round the bend, ramble, turn and tumble. Escaping dreams that never were my own. Yeah. Come on. Said you gotta try your hand again. Folded my cards, thrown my chips in. Not playing lady luck, I'm not playing hard to get. I'm playing life for keeps, my dreams my one sure bet. Round the bend, ramble, turn and tumble. Escaping dreams that never were my own. Around the bend, I ramble, turn and tumble. Chasing dreams and making them my own. Highway, come and turn this life around. Highway, come and turn this life around. Highway, come and turn this life around, round, round. Highway, come and turn this life around. How did that come through? So what I've been doing the past several weeks, I'm going to get up and show you something kind of cool for me. I keep showing it to people because I'm so excited about it. So, beginning of October, first weekend of October, is the Hardly Strictly Bluegrass Festival in San Francisco. First weekend of October. And it's been going on for 25 years, and it's a completely free festival. Draws about 700 some odd thousand people. Really just a great, amazing experience. And it was founded by a guy named Warren Hellman, who was a banjo player, but he was a billionaire stock investor, broker, whatever. And but he played banjo with some big names. He's a pretty good player, and he started what was called at the time the Strictly Bluegrass Festival, and it was purely bluegrass. And Emmylou Harris played there. She's kind of a big name. She always closes the event out, but a number of bands have come through over the years. There's always a new lineup, and some people who are kind of consistently there: Steve Earle, Emmylou Harris, and a few others. And so my first time to attend was 2 years ago, and great event. It was hot. It was unseasonably hot. Last year, this last October, never got above 68 degrees. You're in this meadows, trees above you, and there's 6 different stages, and we got to see Josh Ritter and Sean Colvin and Steve Earle, of course. I'm With Her, which was an amazing act. And so it used to be the Strictly Bluegrass, but by 2004 they had opened it up to some country, rock, blues. Now it's kind of covers the gamut of music. So it's called the Hardly Strictly Bluegrass. And so this year they put out their 25-year anniversary booklet. And let's see. This one's cool. So just some great pictures, and Steve Earle has an article here, but there's Steve. And that's what it looks like there as the sun's going down. You just get these golden skies. It's truly was remarkable. Here we see Emmylou Harris and Joan Baez. That was from last year because I saw that exact performance. And Steve Earle once again on stage, right? Well, what was cool, and I don't know if I'll find the picture quick enough, didn't realize this, but back in 2008 or 2009, Robert Plant played there with Alison Krauss because they did that kind of bluegrass Americana crossover record with T-Bone Burnett. And T-Bone Burnett was there, Elvis Costello, which that really would have been something to see, but you can see kind of the names that come through here. Let's see. Once again, Steve Earle and Justin Townes Earle. So anyways, so this was really cool, but attending that festival is kind of what broke my brain. And basically, while walking around this beautiful festival, seeing people play music, hearing the music, and just people enjoying it, and I said, I gotta play out more. And so the goal is to play out 3 times a month at least next year, doing sets of original music shows in regional areas around Los Angeles, maybe get up to the Bay Area as well. And with the ultimate goal is to play the Hardly Strictly Bluegrass Festival by 2027. Now, I can't control all aspects of that, of course, but that's the objective. And so what I can do to control that, of course, is grow my presence on YouTube, grow my presence on, Substack, which serves as my mailing list. And so if you're watching this and you're interested in doing that, would love it if you join that. But I'm going to bring this guitar out now. This guitar has a little bit of a story. See you, Davey. Thanks for tuning in. So you see, this is a 12-string guitar, and Gill 12-string. And if we were to look closely at this guitar, you can see kind of some of the cracks down here. And if you look at the headstock, you can see between the tuners some discoloration. I don't know how well it shows up down the bottom there. That's all. That's all water damage. This was a guitar that my dad bought me about the time I was turning 18 years old. And my dad, not, I don't want to position this wrong, incorrectly. He wasn't, there was never a time, he's mean, or it wasn't like that. But he wasn't a super connected guy. He's not going to kind of give you a hug and say you could do it and, jump on board with you there. But what he did do is he gave you allowance to do whatever you wanted. And he was a banjo player. And when I decided I'd taken some piano lessons, and my dad recorded Bob Dylan's Blowing in the Wind on a little cassette recorder. And listening to that cassette, and I repeat this all the time, I wish I knew what I knew now, because I would have copied that cassette, kept it in the safety deposit box so I could have that digitized now and have my dad's voice and banjo playing. But that made me want to learn guitar. And so I said, Dad, I want to play guitar. And he, I don't have the other guitar, my first guitar, but it's a Guild Classical that my mom never played. And so my dad said, well, there's Mom's guitar. She never plays it. Here's a pitch pipe. Here's a book of chords. And he opened up Pete Seeger's How to Play the 5-String Banjo and said, here's the songs I'm playing. So like the first song I ever learned was a Crawdad song. And then This Land Is Your Land, which relates back to Hardly Strictly, because Steve Earle's final set on Saturday night, the final song he plays is This Land Is Your Land. And so that was a very connected moment for me. But either way, so I played through the years from the time I was 12, 13, whatever, and had some cheap guitars I purchased. And right around the time of my 18th birthday, not exactly on my birthday because it's not my dad's way, just kind of some random time, I woke up one morning and realized there was a second guitar case in my room, or another guitar case that I didn't recognize. And I probably didn't notice it the night before because I was smoking pot or doing something. Who knows? But either way, this was the guitar that was in there. And I walked out and I was like, Dad, what's the deal with this guitar? And he said, oh, it's your Christmas and birthday gift for the next few years. So, wrote a lot of songs on this guitar over the years. And it's probably one of them, actually. No, I wrote this while I was in Arizona. Just posted this on my channel as well. And I wrote this song after seeing, I played my first showcase at a place called Inns of Coffee. They did a songwriter showcase back when it was open in Scottsdale. And this guy, Scott, had said, hey, I want you to play it. So I played it. But I followed a guy named Jim Pipkin. And Jim Pipkin's a great songwriter and great flat picker. And it just intimidated the heck out of me. But he was really cool. Came up and said some really nice things after my set. I told Scott when I got up on there, I go, never make me follow that guy. And so if you check out, want to hear some great songs, check out Jim Pipkin's stuff. You can find him on YouTube and elsewhere. But he writes these mythical story songs. And so I wanted to write a mythical story song. And on the way back from the event, I wrote the chorus to this song. It's called Lonely Mile Man. Stretch of blacktops worn down, and a traveler's soul leads them to the border, always one more hill to go. Like a modern day Messiah, I lead them through this land, never to the waters. I'm the lonely mile man, lonely mile man. It's a lonely highway that a few of us must share. If you've been broken hearted, you can join us there. Faces shiver from the desert wind, thumbs stuck out, we try again, hoping for that sweet and dangerous ride. On an empty stretch of blacktops worn down, many travelers' souls lead them to the border, always one more hill to go. Like a modern day Messiah, I lead them through this land, never to the waters. I'm the lonely mile man, lonely mile man. Side by side and face to face, face by drink and tear by tear, we shuffle and we're on. We all get here in our own way, but every story is just the same. Just past the love and through the pain. On an empty stretch of black cars worn down many travelers' souls. Leading to the border, always one more hell to go. And like a modern day Messiah, I lead them through this land. Never to the waters, I'm the lonely mile man. Lonely mile man. Their hearts are tangled, torn and tossed, but their souls are resolute, yeah, yeah. Some on the losing side of faithlessness, some who tasted that forbidden fruit, yeah, 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 yeah. Worn down many travelers' souls, leading to the border, always one more here to go. Like a modern day Messiah, I lead them through this land. Never to the waters, I'm the lonely mile man. Lonely mile man. Lonely mile man. Lonely mile man. Sun angle is changing. Side there. So I'm going to make a video just about this guitar and what happened to it. So in 2007, it kind of got doused in a storm. Won't tell the whole story, but needless to say, mud and water all over it in a flood that flooded our house. So I thought the guitar was pretty much done for then and had relegated it to a decorative piece, so it just sat on the wall. And a few years ago, my oldest and my youngest conspired and got it out to McCabe's, and they worked on it, and it sounds great. There's some warping and stuff going on around the 12th fret, but the intonation seems pretty spot on. And I don't really spend a whole lot of time playing up here anyways, particularly with this guitar. So now I'm at the point I have a guitar that broke. It's a whole nother story. Only guitar I've ever broken in my life. When I say broke can't be repaired, broke. Headstock snapped off and just couldn't be salvaged. Not meaningfully in any case. But it's got a great pickup, and so I'm thinking of getting the pickup mounted in here, and I've already talked to Eric's Guitar Shop down in the valley, and I'm going to bring everything in there and have them look at it and tell me if it's feasible and if it makes sense to do. And then I'll have this guitar. I have a pickup I can stick in here, but if I can have one built in that's a little bit nicer, then we'll do that. This last song I'll do is another song that I wrote on this guitar. I really played on the other guitar more frequently, but it's called Can't Let Her Go. At times she's all that I can't see. Can't let her go. And every breath that I can breathe, can't let her go. It's more than my love she holds. Can't let her go. 'Cause when she smiles she steals my soul. Sometimes I watch her fast asleep. Can't let her go, and when the darkness is complete, can't let her go. It seems she haunts my every step, yeah. Can't let her go, but that's a specter I'll accept. Sometimes I feel she's cast a spell, 'cause it is so complete. Can't let her go. Can't let her go. I watch across a crowded room. Can't let her go. She don't know I'm watching her. Can't let her go. She knew my thoughts embrace her. Can't let her go. Would she blush or slap my face? Sometimes I feel she's cast a spell, 'cause it is so complete. Can't let her go. Can't let her go. I can't let her go. I can't, no I can't let her go. So right then, Rain stood up, decided she was going to shake it out a little bit, just to see who's accompanying me here in the office. We'll take a quick look right down here at the pup. Say hi, Rain.
That's a very fragmented request.
Oh,
could you please specify what you'd like to look up about the pup? For example,
I have nothing I want to look up, and somehow my phone thought I did. So part of our objective here is to get more familiar with and do more with live streaming. Eventually we might even show stuff we're doing when it comes to recording and mixing, but mostly we just want to kind of share music and maybe guitar stories. Happy to handle any questions regarding songwriting or kind of what I do, and happy to take any input or suggestions on what people might want to see and what might be interesting to them. But that's kind of the objective. No grand designs other than need to get more comfortable behind the camera, need to continue to kind of set up a regimen of guitar practice and vocal practice, just because, once again, I've set some goals for 2026. As we come towards the year, those will be defined a little more clearly, although my last video I talked a little bit about them. If any of that's interesting to you, then certainly consider subscribing. Let me know where you tuned in from, how you found out about me. That'd be great too. And as always, I appreciate any of the feedback and the listeners that come out and listen to me play or check out my videos. I appreciate it very much. Thank you so much, and we'll be back at you in probably just a few days. We're going to start setting up a regular schedule, but we'll figure out what that is this weekend. See ya.